Hey everyone, so this is the last video of the tutorial. So the 7-hour mega session, we ended up dividing it up into 4 videos, so this is the final one. You will not have to endure any more awkward breaks between episodes, and this is the last time I'll be putting one of these before a video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the end of the tutorial, or the first quest, however you want to look, or the first big quest, however you look at it. We will have solo sessions coming up and some other stuff. Also, lots of other fun things. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, all that jazz. Let's get to it. Have a good one. Bye. Alright, welcome to the Dark Abyss.
Yep.
Something is going on here.
Okay, so can I remember, my guy can remember the layout of the graveyard, can he?
Well, you'll be able to see it once you approach.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk forward because I know that's where the graveyard is. Do I just keep walking?
Not yet. Let me take care of something real quick. Okay, yes, you are good to keep walking.
Okay, I'm going to walk up to, until I reach a mausoleum.
Oh, is it 30 for the dwarf?
Yep.
What's it for normal people then? 15?
There's the
I
gate.
can't remember.
Okay, so I walk through the gate.
Here, let me fix this. Hold on, I'm fixing y'all's stuff. Y'all are going to be able to see a little bit more. The gate is locked. You're going to have to find a more clever way to do that.
Well, the gate is open on the screen. Okay. So, I'm... Then in
Why
that
don't you
case, I'm
hold
going
the
to...
hell on until I'm good to go.
Fair enough.
Wait, pal. Just chill.
Yeah. How do you make pings?
You hold down the button.
Well, my
There.
vision just sort of became a semicircle, or like a demicircle behind me.
That's weird that it's behind you.
Yeah.
That just cut me like half.
180
some reason.
degree. Maybe I can fix it like this. Did that fix it? Nope.
Nope. Still see behind me. Apparently I'm walking backwards everywhere.
I know, I'm working on it.
I can see everything behind me.
Okay, Val, you can see all around you, correct?
No.
No.
No?
Just behind
I've
me.
got behind me.
You can only see behind you.
Semicircle behind me.
What the devil? Why is it doing it behind you? I want you to see in front of you.
Try putting 0 instead of 180.
Now what?
Now I see 0, nothing.
Still the same as me.
If I type this in, do you see...
Yeah, okay, so I see a wedge except for 45 in front of me to my right and 45 to my left. Like,
Okay.
that part is missing.
For
But the
some
rest of it I
reason,
can see.
for some reason, it thinks all of you guys' tokens are facing backwards.
So, like, I see from here and here. Like, between those lines, I can't see.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Alright,
there we go.
I'm just going to give you guys 360 line of sight then, until I can fix that problem.
Can you erase those,
Yes, I will in a moment.
Okay then.
So...
That being said, I'm aware that the rulebook maybe specifies some very specific distances for how far you can see, but I'm cutting down on that distance for my own reasons. Because the map
Fair
was
enough.
not made with that in mind.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to walk up to the gate, see that it's locked.
Okay, let me finish editing y'all's line of sight and we'll be good to go.
Okay.
I will put y'all at a decent number, though. Elf and Dwarf. Trust me, you can see considerably more than your human counterparts.
Okay.
Alright, y'all should probably come up with a plan before you wander in the dark, because you're not going to be able to see each other.
Yep.
I've got nothing but shadow at the moment. Is that intended?
Nothing but shadow.
Yeah.
Uh...
The normal view distance I had has now been replaced by shadow, and I can see nothing.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I know what's wrong.
Same here.
It's been an interesting section of editing.
There we
Yes,
go.
okay. I've now got a large
Okay.
sight and a small shadow area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's better.
So first...
Yeah,
we
that's
get to
fine.
the gate.
That's fine.
So
Everyone can see, and that's what matters.
Let's talk about the plan before we do the
Yep. So first we must get through the gate, which is
Yes.
undoubtedly locked.
Yes.
Is there another way in?
Let it... That, Master Dwarf, is what we must find,
There
rather than
are
going over the gate.
2 gates.
I'm not
Yes.
climbing a gate.
I'll throw you over it.
No, you're not.
I'm going to walk up to the fence.
Yes, the impact will probably wake everything in there up.
Okay.
How high is this fence?
It's probably about 6 feet.
Okay, so about my height.
Is it spiked at the top, or are there any sort of
No.
anti-burglar defenses, or?
It was spiked at the top once upon a time, but it's pretty degraded, and various spikes have fallen off or rusted away.
Yeah.
We can break the gate down, we can try and climb over it.
Yes.
We can try and pick the
Or-
lock.
But I'll just check for such a more respectful way. Is there a gate over by where I'm standing?
Nope.
There doesn't. Huh?
Nope.
It appears I've found our way in over here.
Wait. Oh, that's what you meant. Yes, there is a gate there. No,
Oh,
it
okay.
is not a doorway.
Okay. Well, I'm standing by a. Okay.
I can see everything y'all are seeing.
Yeah.
Actually, I can
Never
see
mind.
everything.
So I look over to the right. Did I see something move?
No.
See anything, Master Dwarf?
That being said, Dwarf, are your suspicions raised?
Yes. My
Perhaps
axe
you
is
should
now
take a perception check.
out. A perception check. Hold on.
I'll do one as well, to be honest.
So, Sotek, if there's enough light for a match, we can see normally in 2 yards and a maximum vision of 6 yards.
Cool beans. I will keep that in mind for
fail.
future maps. For this map, ignore that.
Alright.
Okay,
I
none of
failed
you.
by
Dwarf,
2
you think
points.
you just saw. You think your eyes are playing tricks on you.
I'd like to spend a fortune point on that.
Fair enough. You don't need to. You don't need to.
No,
Here.
that sounded even more ominous.
I'm gonna listen for something to see if I hear movement in the darkness.
Why don't I need to spend a fortune point?
He's checking it against something.
Right.
So Merton hears something.
Merton, be sure you change your as back to Merton.
Whoops.
That way it's not Kimblem running checks. That being said,
I'm going to ready great weapon.
okay.
I'm readying both my hammer and my dagger.
Okay, so I'm guessing you noticed the elf bringing out her great axe.
Yep.
Oh wait,
I-
no, you can't actually because you
Oh.
don't see her.
Oh,
So that would be a
Well,
strange reaction.
You see Morik have his axe and shield out.
Yeah.
And
Martin
why would
pulls out
Morik
his-
have his axe and shield out? Can you reasonably explain that? Is all I'm asking.
Me?
Yes, you.
Eyes are playing tricks on me. I'm paranoid.
Fair enough.
The manling pulled out his shield and sword and looked off into the distance that he cannot see.
Hear
Okay.
anything?
Yes, something. Something very quiet.
I'm going to start pacing up and down the fence. Should I roll a perception check to look for something?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to
Yeah,
look for
something up ahead.
I'm going to look for an easier way to get through the fence.
Okay,
Is this a bush or a tree?
that is a tree. As you're pacing around, Fowl, you actually managed to find that one of the various bars seems to have offset itself, and looks like it'd be pretty easy to push it out of the way.
I proceed to push it out of the way.
Okay, you lean into it, and it gives off a very, very faint squeak before it moves off to the side, just enough space for a man to squeeze in.
So I slip through.
Is there enough space for a dwarf
Okay,
to squeeze
Fowl,
in?
you are not allowed to move any further unless I specifically instruct you otherwise.
Got it. Over here.
Is it big enough for a dwarf?
You can make it work.
How noisy will it be?
It depends on how much he grunts.
Oh, I think I'll find another way.
Okay.
Merton, through here.
All right, Merton will go in.
Keep in mind that if you cannot see who you are talking to, things will get difficult.
So he can barely see me.
I can scale sheer surfaces. Will this work on either the fence or the tree?
Yep and yep. Dwarf, quit going
Okay.
that far. You have
What?
wandered into no man's land.
Okay.
Dwarf, where are you?
Well, actually, you phased through a wall. There's a wall right there.
Well, I didn't even notice it. Okay.
Okay, Meriton, you have squeezed through the fence. You are no longer allowed to move unless I instruct you otherwise.
I'm going to climb the tree.
Okay, roll a skill sheer surface.
Is there anything right here?
A gate.
Locked.
I fail.
You sort of trying to get up it, but you're having a hard time getting very far. And yes, it is locked.
Okay.
Can I walk over and try and unbar the gate?
It is literally locked,
Okay,
like
fair
with a lock. And big chains.
Okay.
I do not like going into a place, manling, where it'll be very difficult to get out of should problems arise.
Could I make a silent move to try to move the bar further out of the way?
You could use a strength check to try and move the bar further out of the way.
Could I assist him in the strength check?
Yes, you may. But only one of you may actually take it.
Does anyone have oil?
So,
No.
So what would the what would the strength check be with? Both of our strengths combined?
God, no.
No.
When someone helps you, you get plus 10%.
You roll. I think.
All right. I believe
Pass?
that works.
Okay. With another faint screech, Meriton leans his weight against it and gets a bit of a shove from the Morite priest, and the bar bends pretty awkwardly off to the side, but it's plenty of space for the dwarf to now fit.
Here you go, Sir Dwarf. Be very quiet.
Okay, dwarf, you are no longer allowed to move unless I instruct otherwise.
Over here.
Okay.
Elf, you may join them or continue trying to climb the tree.
Am I at a penalty to continue climbing the tree?
Nope, it's been long enough.
I will try the tree again.
Okay, scale to the surface.
Da-da-da-da-da.
This reminds me of more time. Getting my guys to climb the.
Fuck.
Nope, you're fine.
What?
There are always modifiers. Always.
Right.
Whenever you roll, do not think that a straight roll is all that matters, because I'm always up to something. That being said, you have made it up the tree successfully. And your party has no fucking idea where you are, because they can't see shit.
Can the elf see us?
She can see... I don't know, actually. Can you?
If I move myself over to
You should
the
be about there.
edge of the tree, yes, I can.
I can see her.
Yes, I can see.
You cannot, actually, because she is also up.
Oh,
She
okay.
can see you, though.
Yes, I can see the mercenary.
Okay. Would you like to hop down to the other side of the fence, or just chill?
I'll stay here for the time being.
Okay, none of you have any fucking idea where the elf is. She has vanished.
Yeah.
You whisper in her general direction, and unless she decides to change this right now, you are not hearing any response.
No change.
Okay.
Can we move?
In a moment.
Okay.
Dwarf! You notice that the grave in front of you looks like someone has dug it half up, and there's a corpse sitting about halfway out of it.
Oh, goody.
I'm sure.
Black robe, look. In front of me.
That one.
I approach the grave and begin swearing.
Okay. As you get closer to the grave, and actually the rest of you are fairly close that you can now kind of hear this, all of you hear a faint sound coming from just ahead. Sounds like something chewing on something hard.
Ready yourselves.
Elf, keep in mind, whatever they're about to discover, you're not going to have a fucking clue what's going on.
Understood.
Okay, just
Can
making
I
sure.
make another perception?
Yes, you may.
Yeah.
Yes and yes. No to Morik.
Okay. I will make a perception check.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. Elf.
So I was just. Blah.
No.
Merton?
You have no idea what's going on out there.
Yes.
Nope.
No, none of you know. That being said, would you like to move forward?
Yes, I'm going to advance forward angrily.
Okay, so you just want to plow forwards.
I can't. I don't have stealth moves, so
Then move forward, sir.
Wait. I will go
Move
first.
forward.
Very-
Hold on. Let me measure it.
Wait. I'm gonna listen to Merton. Because my guy's not totally gone yet.
Okay.
Merton is going to try to stealthy move forward.
Very well. Is anyone nervous? I'm just curious.
No.
I need to try harder then.
No. That's a no.
Okay, Merton. You start moving forward. You're going to make it to about the base of this grave right up here. So about 7 feet. As you do, you are making a little bit too much noise crunching around, and ahead the grinding suddenly stops and you hear something sniffing. Each of you has time to make one action.
I'm going to.
But you're not aware of that, so if you charge, I will not be happy with you. Because you have no idea what you're
Can I
charging
assume
at.
a combat stance?
Yes, that is acceptable.
Yeah. So I'm going to. What combat stances can I?
Oh yeah, you have very little time.
What combat stances can I?
There's the defensive stance,
Yeah.
where you are at minus 20% chance to be hit. There's the ready stance, where you save a half action and can use it at any point. There's the parry stance, which is obvious.
Yeah, which I don't need since I have my dagger out. I'm going to assume the ready stance.
I thought you picked up a shield. Oh wait, never mind, you're
No.
alright.
No, I did.
No.
And I believe those are the only stances.
I'm going to assume a ready stance.
I will do the same.
Merton will go defensive.
Let's see.
The elf is too far away to do anything.
Oh, never mind. The ready stance is for something different. That's when you
Yeah.
want to switch items.
Okay, never mind. Then I will go defensive stance.
I
Okay.
can still see the mercenary, so I'm not too far away to do anything, I would suggest.
Okay, I assume you're. Are you doing anything, Izzy, or do you? Because you pulled your great axe out earlier. As
I
a
did.
reminder. Okay, never mind
I'm
then.
staying right.
I will go guarded as well.
Okay, you two, Fow and Cold, be sure to fix your health bars.
Right.
Actually, can I move up ever so slightly?
Yes, you're nimble enough that I will allow this.
Here we go.
Well, call me about there.
Okay, if you try and go any further along the branches, I'm actually going to put you about there. If you try and go any further, you'll need an agility check to keep your balance. Fair?
Sure.
Okay, wonderful. All right, all of you move, and as you get into position, something, whatever is sniffing suddenly identifies you, and you hear a piercing shriek.
Can I make a common knowledge check as a Morite to try?
Yep.
Yeah. So theology.
You have until I turn to the correct page. So yes. No, it would be a common knowledge check.
Oh.
I
So I
have
rolled-
common knowledge elves. Would that be of any relevance?
Nope. That would be of absolutely no use.
Wonderful.
Wait, I have common knowledge. Oh, wait, I meant academic knowledge, but okay.
Oh, academic knowledge is fine. Yes.
Yeah. So I rolled and failed. So I don't identify it as anything.
Okay,
immediately.
well, identifying it by the scratch would have been pretty fucking difficult anyway.
Yeah.
So don't feel bad.
Yeah. I don't
All
know.
right, let me get to the correct page.
I can't identify it. Whether it's undead or whatnot.
Where? Ah, there they are.
Lovely.
Okay, and with that, all of you hear something. All of you hear a very peculiar noise. Roll initiative.
$42.
I don't know why it's such a butt about putting everyone but
48.
Merton on.
48.
You have to have your token selected for it to turn up in the turn order.
Ah! So everyone select your token, then roll initiative.
Where do we do this?
Literally click on your person. That is the
Oh,
token.
well, can I keep
Nope.
my first roll though?
Nope.
Uh,
Okay, we just need Izzy.
Hold on, which icon is it? The
It's your lady. So click your person, and
yes.
then open your character sheet, scroll down to initiative, and click the roll.
Right. That was incredibly simple. Why does it not do this automatically?
There you go. Now
Everyone
I don't have to
rolls.
do it.
except for Marek.
Okay, and then I
If I go
roll for
faster.
our little
Yeah.
friends,
Lovely.
and they are at a 37.
Son of a bitch, I'm
really?
still slow.
So let me add them in.
I'm 36, so yeah.
Bite it, dwarf.
Is that what I think it is?
You're about to find out.
Well, S,
So,
isn't it?
okay, a side note. Would my guy know these things by sight, whatever they're?
Probably not.
Okay.
He might. He's probably heard rumors about them.
So would he be able to call them out?
They have a. He'd probably be vaguely aware of what they are. Yes.
Okay.
If he's heard rumors of them at best, surely he wouldn't know.
Based on how specific, based on their nature, it's very hard to mistake them for anything else.
Right.
They are very identifiable creatures. Okay, so Meriton, you're up first.
So how does moving forward in the dark work?
You may move up to your movement allowance, and if you stumble upon something, you can either stop or continue moving, but you cannot charge what you cannot see.
So no charging blindly into the dark.
You have
If you
to
stay
move
where
and
you
hope
are.
you're going in the right direction.
If you stay where you are, I can countercharge whatever it is. Because
Uh,
I can see.
I don't know that.
I don't think you can because you're on a tray.
I can surely
Technically,
drop
I would allow it, but he
can
would have to
surely
follow the
jump off.
rules for charging
Yes.
from a higher position, which there are rules for.
that. All right.
Because he would essentially have to do a leap of epic faith, and if he hit, the amount of damage he would do would be hilariously astronomical.
If.
But if you miss, shit goes real.
Well, he could easily fall and impale himself on the fence. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that's a possible alternative.
So my advice is to get out of the fucking tree.
All right, Meriton, time
well,
to shine.
it's not my turn, so I can't
So
do it
that's
yet.
6 feet.
Okay. Would you like me to describe what you see?
What is that?
Okay, Meriton, as you press forward, and I'll just give everyone the description, though keep in mind your characters can't see this. Only when you see one may you appropriately react to it. But as you round that tombstone and gaze before you, you see a horrendously large, probably about the size of one of the largest breeds of dogs, and it's this naked, weird, eyeless thing that has really long claws coming out of its front paws. It's pretty fat, and it's hunkered down on the ground, and it's just like shoveling bone into its mouth and devouring it. It has really big front teeth. It could be described to be much like a mole in our world, except for it's the size of like a great, very, very big dog. Not as big as a horse, but maybe the size of a very small pony. Very small. But its belly scrapes the ground, and it's completely naked, has lots of folds of fat, but it's also not exactly small. And the moment you approach it, it turns in your general direction and starts like squealing at you, and it looks very dangerous and very pissed off.
Oh god, what is that?
What do you see?
Merton will stab the hideous thing.
Okay, so try and stab it.
Think it good.
It is like a big rat.
All right, you successfully hit it. Roll damage.
9.
8.
Yeah, 9.
Why is it 9?
Yeah, because he gets +1.
He has
He has a
strike
strike
mighty
mighty
blow.
blow.
All right.
All right, 9 damage. All right, you bring your blade down, and it sinks into its side of its fatty folds, and it splits aside, and some sickly yellowish red stuff spills out, and it shrieks, and all of you hear stuff coming towards you.
See, this is why I'm in the tree.
The Vandril, you're up next.
Fine. I will jump out of the tree.
Okay, take an agility check to land.
Yeah, that's the D100, isn't it? Because it's one
Yep.
of the broken things.
Yep, that is a basic characteristic, so unfortunately it's broken right now. I mean, I guess you could roll acrobatics, but I'll let you get away with just straight agility.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you don't quite stick the landing. So when you hit the ground, you hit it pretty hard, probably due to the soft soil more than anything else, and sort of stumble over. Take 1 wound, but you may proceed with your turn as normal.
This is why we don't jump out of the tree in combat.
Well, much the same might have happened. I can spend a fortune point to reroll that, though, surely.
Yeah, sure. Y'all have full fortune points right now.
I was about
so-
to say, have we passed the midnight cutoff?
No, so Fal, your reroll that you did earlier, you're stuck with.
Well, the reroll.
37. I think I passed that.
Yeah, you're fine. Don't take no damage.
reroll
You
I did
landed
was because of
eloquently.
initiative order, getting it to appear on the turn order.
And I run up to stand alongside... Hold on. I can see... Thingy, can I...
Wait, Fal, you haven't used a fortune point today, have you?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, so everyone has full fortune points.
Like I said, the thing I was rolling, I said, could I keep the first one was when you made me re-roll my initiative so that it turned up in the turn order.
Yeah, why? Yes.
Yeah.
I
deal
can
with it.
see the mercenary. Can I move up to fight whatever he's fighting?
Yeah, you hear the sounds of fighting coming from up ahead, and you can't see him swinging.
Actually, I can see the thing. The thing is in the shadow. Partially.
So vaguely see it.
I'm aware that there's something there. I presume I can engage it, therefore.
Okay, you have 2 options, because you can see the grave tombstone next to him, correct?
Yes.
Okay, you can try and charge by leaping over the tombstone on his left and attacking, or you can move up and just sort of scuffle over it and then attack.
It's another agility check for charging, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
We'll do the regular move.
Okay, so you can move up either to his left or his right, and sort of briskly hop over.
And now I can swing at the bugger.
Yep. And you get plus 10%. Nicely done. Roll
well,
damage.
That definitely hits. That's a headshot, isn't it?
Yes, though that doesn't matter against these creatures.
I suppose so. D10?
Roll 2d10. Six and...
Ooh, thankfully,
9.
please.
All right, you push your way past Merton and the tombstone, and as he's fending off the beast, you appear at his side, bring your great axe up in the air, and bring it slamming down and split the creature's skull in half.
Lovely.
And it ceases its shrieking.
Well done. Is there still shrieking?
No, but you hear things don't sound good.
So my turn.
Oops, nope.
Rats
Bonechewers
now.
go before you do. I accidentally deleted the one I used to do the turns.
Okay.
Let me fix that.
So like, so if I see up, I could identify the corpse, right?
Yes, but you have to approach them, yes.
Yeah.
Alright, but it's now time for the Bonechewers, as they're called.
Which is
This
what
one-
my guy's about to yell at.
Is going to charge out and attack the elf.
Okay.
Watch out.
You are hit. You don't have dodge blow, right?
I believe so.
Okay, that would be it. It would be listed in your talents.
No, I don't.
Okay. Actually, it'd be listed in your skills. Okay, so he does... okay, and he hit you... He hit you in the 14, which would be the 41, which is the left arm. Alright. It comes scuttling out of the darkness and reaches up with its incisor teeth and bites into your left arm and does 8 damage. But because of these guys have their immense teeth are so sharp and dangerous due to cutting through bone, they ignore 2 points of armor. Which for all of you guys means you do not get armor against these foes.
So I
Except
take
for me.
5 points.
Yep. So you only get your toughness against these enemies.
Well, I'll get 1 point of armor if it hits my body.
Oh, fair enough. Alright. The next... let's see, how far would that be? See, 4...
So these things can see us even though we can see them.
They don't see, Fal.
Oh.
Oh, they don't have eyes, remember?
It's almost like they use other senses to do things. All right. Next thing that happens, unfortunately for you lot. Let's see, what's the... Okay. Merton, you feel the ground beneath you suddenly twist, like, turn. Take an agility check to keep your footing.
Yay, Sixth Sense.
That has nothing to do with your sixth sense.
I make it.
All right, so you manage to stay on your feet so that he's not going to get a bonus, and a Bonechewer erupts out of the ground beneath you. Token layer, and attacks you.
Can we hear this going on?
You can hear Merton shouting.
Okay.
Oh shit!
It misses you.
From the ground?
Next, let's see. See, in the distance, y'all hear movement, so he's going to make it to about right there. So, oops.
I can but wonder how many of these bastards there actually are.
Yeah.
I don't know, there might be a few. There might be more than a few.
They're rodents, so I don't imagine they turn up in low numbers.
Yeah.
Let's see, so it's... Okay, so it's 12 feet. Okay. Well, how far is it to here? So he would get 4 per, so 4 times 4 is 16. Okay, that's too far.
So
Unfortunately for a certain someone.
Yeah. Thank you. I can see your ruler.
Oh, duly noted.
Yeah.
I will make sure not to use that in the future. Thank you
Yeah.
for telling me. Alright, another Bonechewer comes running out of the darkness behind Merton and attacks him.
Oh, I can see that one.
And he misses.
So
Alright, Mikhail, it is now your turn.
I'm going to move over in the direction of the shouting, see the things, and
Okay,
run
wait
in,
for charge.
run to engage.
Okay,
Christ, kill it,
you
kill it.
may not charge.
Yeah, I can't charge, but can
Okay.
I swing?
Oh yeah, you can swing.
Yep. And at this point, can my guy just like shout out what they are?
You know they're Bonechewers, as helpful of information as that is to everyone.
Well, my guy.
Spoiler, it isn't.
Yeah.
Alright, you hit it. Good job. Roll damage.
Oh, it's a 9.
Yep.
12.
Ooh, a 9. Not bad. So what is that?
12.
A 12. Ooh. Okay, you run up behind it and slam your hammer into its meaty back, and you hear some notable cracking as bones snap, and it squeals and sort of rolls around with blood spurting out, and it seems pretty pissed.
Feel the might of more.
Shut up and just kill it already.
Alright, Morik, it's your turn.
Since I can see this,
If you can see it, you can charge it.
I am charging.
Okay?
Please help me. Please help me.
Alright.
Swing away.
And I can aim, right?
You get plus 20. No, because you charged.
Okay, never mind.
But charge gives you plus 10 anyway. And because foul's helping you, you get plus 20. Or, well, yeah, plus 20 total. Haha, no.
I will use a fortune
The
point.
fortune point.
Okay, roll again.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
nice.
go.
Roll damage.
Yeah.
Okay, you come huffing out of the darkness, able to see it thanks to your low night vision. And as the creature reaches its fangs for Mikhail's throat, you come seemingly out of left field and slam your axe home into its skull, splitting it down to the bone.
I would like to point out I know where he was before this, so
Aha!
I'm aware of that, but the dwarf... For the other two people engaged in the combat,
right.
the dwarf probably kind of came hustling out of nowhere. The world's not all about you, Fal.
well, it was the comment between us two, so
Yeah. All right, Merton, you're up.
Thank you, Sir Dwarf.
Charge the... Just... You can't charge it, can you? Kill the thing attacking you.
Can I move up to the one attacking the elf?
Not without provoking an attack. That thing is dead set on your feet.
Alright, forget that.
They don't
Aim
bother,
and
just kill it.
stab.
Okay. An aim stab to the forehead. I like it. Nope. Would you like the fortune point back?
please.
Yeah, fortune.
Okay. Ha ha ha. No. Vivandril, you're up.
Aimed swing.
Okay. I'm assuming at the one that's trying to eat your face.
Yes. That
Okay.
one must die.
Swing away. Would you like to fortune point?
Yes.
Okay, this is your last one.
Yep. Got him.
Nice. Roll damage. 2d10. Taking the highest. Hope you roll a 10. Because these things get pretty nasty if they're allowed to stick around.
3.
And...
No.
okay, taking the 3 then.
Ugh.
So 6.
Alright, you manage to slam your axe home into its side. Most of its blubber seems to block the way, but it does seem to not really appreciate what you just did. Alright, it is now their turn. The one fighting Vivandrel is going to try and take another chomp out of the elf, and miss horrendously. The one that's sort of half beneath Meriton, half in front of him is going to attack him. Miss horribly. Then, this one is going to charge out of the darkness and attack the nearest enemy, which happens to be a Morite. And he hits.
Parry.
Yes, you may.
Success.
Nicely done. For the last time, Morik, if you're going to say cool dwarf things, say them, please.
Well, other people were talking, so I didn't want to interrupt.
By all means, interrupt. You're a dwarf.
Remember, I did mine. Now it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to have to be a little bit more creative in how I use the ruler. Actually, I bet... Hold on, let me do this. Can you see the ruler?
No.
He, good.
Yay.
Let's see, how far is the... Okay, that's too far, so he can't make it. Okay, so that one's just going to do some other stuff.
Okay, so my turn.
Yep.
I'm going to aim, swing at the thing fighting me.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. Morik, you're up.
I will tell the Morite to hold his own. I need to help the others.
Yep. Understood.
Isn't that one dead?
No, I'm fighting a new one.
No, the one that Morax has gone into.
No, Morik splattered one, but I already removed it.
No, I thought the mercenary stabbed that one in the head.
No.
No, he missed.
Alright, so
right.
aim, swing.
You move, so you cannot aim.
Alright, that's true.
But you do get plus 10%
So, please kill it. Please kill
first
it.
round.
Nope.
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 Would you like a fortune point?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Yay!
There we go.
Nicely done. Roll damage. Ooh, nice hit.
Ooh.
11 damage. Gazul, bless my axe!
Okay, you run forward, and as Meriton's desperately trying not to accidentally land one of his feet in its gaping mouth, you slap it pretty hard across the face with the flat of your axe, and and a few of its teeth shatter, giving it a rather grisly aspect, but it's still kicking.
You just got a bit uglier.
Meriton, you're up.
Trust me,
Aim
Master
and
Dwarf.
attack.
These things are ugly enough as it is.
Okay, roll a hit. If you aim, you get plus 20%. Haha, no. Vivandrel.
Aim the attack. Yay.
Ooh, nice. Roll damage. 2d10. Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Tempting. Hold on.
Wait for it.
Oh.
Aw.
Okay.
Good.
That being said, as you're fending off the Bonechewer that took a pretty good chunk well, he didn't take a chunk out of your arm, but he cut you down pretty good. Eventually, you smack your foot into its face, press it against the ground, and very leisurely lift up your axe and, using mostly just the momentum of it, bring it slamming down on its spine and kill it.
Finally.
Bonechewers. The one fighting Meriton is really hungry and doesn't mind some... It's not going to completely fret against a fresh meal. Ooh, it hits you. Meriton, defend yourself.
Parry, do I get the plus 10 from the dwarf?
No, that is never related to parries. That hurts his chance to hit you, actually, but that's it. Okay, so do you want a fortune point or are you good?
Have I used a fortune point? I think I did.
Yeah, you've used one so far.
Yes, you have.
These things can get a bit mean if they bite, though.
Though, I should say, the shield does have the defensive quality, so it does give you plus 10% to parry. That being said, you still failed.
Yeah, I'll try again.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It reaches up to... It lashes its long claws out, and it almost gets you in the face, but you manage to smash it aside with your shield at the last moment. Mikhail.
Not today, I have a book.
It misses you.
I want to die before I die.
Then there's another rumbling, and from beneath the dwarf sprouts another one. And he misses.
Just like rats, these things.
Mikhail, you're up.
And they said that there was no issue with the garden. I disagree. I aim at the
bigger.
thing fighting.
Okay.
Hit.
You hit. Roll damage.
10.
Not bad. All right, you bring your hammer down and land a small, swift flurry of blows that beats it back, and it's mewling miserably. Morek, you're up.
Right, I'm attacking the one attacking Merton.
Oh yeah, Morek, take an agility check. I almost forgot.
Oh,
Because the ground beneath you is not exactly stable at the moment.
agility check. Where's my crappy ass agility?
If I remember, though, you actually rolled rather good for a dwarf on agility.
Yes.
I don't need much.
Yeah, exactly.
Not likely to save you, but no.
All right, dwarf, you sort of fall into the rather empty space below you a bit. You're kind of half sticking out of the ground. All of your attacks and your parry attempts will be at minus 20%.
Oh dear.
Ouch.
If I crawl out, does that...
That is a full action, but you will be fine.
I will crawl out.
Okay, so you manage to sort of pull your way out while the Bonechewer is snapping away at you, but you batter it away with your shield a bit.
Yep.
Meritin, you're up.
Aim and strike.
Okay. You get plus 10%. Or actually plus 20. So close.
Well, that's... yeah.
Vivandrel, you're up.
I will turn and charge the thing engaging the mercenary.
You literally just have to turn around.
Yeah, you can't charge.
Like, you are already in combat range.
Oh really? I didn't think I was
Yes.
in contact with that one. Okay. I will turn and I don't know, attack it. Turns and
Eloquently said.
turns and free.
Yeah. Just pivoting on the spot is free.
All right. Turn and aim attack.
Okay.
Got him.
Nicely done. Roll damage.
Sorry.
7 roll d10.
What is that?
You know, what you can do to make it faster is you can literally type /roll 2d10 or /roll space 2d10. That being said, just do another one. So 8.
Take
Okay. You turn around, and in this one fluid motion, you turn around, bringing your axe over your head in an overhand swing, and slam it into the back of the skull of the giant Bonechewer, attempting to consume and failing miserably Merton's leg, and it lets out a long sigh and stops moving.
So that's 3 for me now, isn't it?
I honestly don't know.
Yeah. okay,
Bonechewers.
so far.
The one after the dwarf misses, and the one after Meritin hits.
What one after Meritin?
Sorry, Mikhail.
Oh, okay.
Too many. All of you fucking start with M's.
I did notice that.
Oh god.
Okay. As it reaches up and attempts to shovel Mikhail's leg into its mouth, he not only manages to sidestep it, but just punches it straight between where its eyes should be, and it lets out this kind of horrendous, weird, squealing thing and seems pretty dazed. Mikhail, you're up.
Okay. So I'm
You
gonna...
get plus 30% chance to hit this turn.
Okay. I'm going to. Is it so dazed? Would that mean it's not likely to hit me too?
I'm not going to deny or confirm that.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna aim to hit it. So.
Okay, well, 30% is the max.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Okay, roll damage.
11.
Okay, taking advantage of its current status, you step forward, plunge your dagger into its snout, and using that as leverage, press it down against the ground and smash its head into a pulp with your hammer. Morik.
Aimed attack.
Very well.
Hit.
Nicely done. Roll damage.
Oh god.
Oh, snap. Roll to hit.
Oh wait.
Oh.
Not so much.
Aw.
You want to use your last fortune point, maybe? Yes?
Yeah, why not?
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Oh, roll damage.
Come on.
Nah, I was hoping for the other 10. But, still, that's 14 damage plus your strength.
So, +3.
Yeah, that... So, as it goes to consume your leg again, you definitely sidestep it. Then you march forward, casually, stomp on one of its feet so it kind of sinks into the hole it made earlier and is stuck. And then you progressively, using your axe, remove each of its limbs one by one until it's just this flabby, bloody, grotesque body of searing agony. And then, finally, annoyed enough with its screeching that you decide to put it out of its misery. You swing your axe for its head and literally split it completely through without the axe even pausing. Your axe thuds into the dirt and it's just cleaved in half.
A good blow, Master Dwarf.
Haha, is there more?
And silence takes over the graveyard.
Justice.
So, in return for your silly suspicions, I've nearly lost an arm. Lovely. Wonderful.
Would you like me to tend that?
Get on with it.
Side note, do I still have the poultices from the pulse?
Yes, you successfully made those.
Okay.
Actually, wait, no, you went to the temple. No, screw you.
No, I meant the ones he gave me at the end of the last thing.
Oh, yes, of course you still have those.
Yeah. So,
No.
No, you bind it, but it's...
I'm going to fortune point that.
Yeah, okay.
Plus,
Closer.
I thought the poultice was plus 30.
What? God, no.
Oh. No, what was that then?
That was a special.
Oh, okay.
That was because you're in a tutorial and you were back in the safe hub. A poultice means that if a character is heavily wounded and you use it, they still recover 1d10 instead of just 1.
Oh, okay.
So
I
it's a good
misunderstood.
emergency item.
I misunderstood. Okay, fair enough.
It's all good. Alright, but y'all have successfully defeated your foes and the graveyard is quiet. There's a bunch of really fucking ugly corpses around you.
I'm going to walk up and sit on one of the mausoleum things and wait for the Morites in the morning.
The rest of you do not have to stay with him.
I'm going to go back to the inn before I die of blood loss.
Okay, the elf leaves.
You get paid for this, manling. I want a few coins.
Of course.
They can
I
So
keep
will
the
their
dwarf is
teeth.
leaving.
Yep, I'm going back to the inn.
Merton will put his hand on the ground and try to feel more of them digging underground.
You feel nothing.
Paranoid. Good.
Everything is nice and quiet.
Little priest, I think I will be going back to the inn. I do not like trespassing. And
Very well.
it will always look good when you are alone here.
Yes.
Jim, just make sure to spread the milk.
Yes. Of course. Thank you for your aid.
Alright, the rest of you have returned to the inn, and likely can only see the inn. Foul, ignore the bodies that are still... here, I'll just make them vanish. Poof.
Yeah.
So, Foul, you are alone in the garden. Day finally comes, which I can do this. Where is it? There we go. Wait, nope, that's not right. There we go.
Yep.
And, sure enough... Here, I'll move you over here. The priests arrive and find you sitting amongst... Oh, wait, that's not you. Where are you?
I don't know.
Odd.
Oh, there I am.
I see him.
There,
in
I'm
the tavern,
sitting
if
here.
That matters.
Well,
At the-
no, he's not actually there. Okay, there you are. Good.
Yeah.
All right, so they find you where you were, sitting surrounded by all sorts of horrific things, and they both approach and are fairly quiet. You're getting a pretty hateful glare by the one in the robes, the really, really in-depth robes, but the woman looks pretty satisfied with your work.
I believe I have solved your issue.
The man huffs and says, "We didn't need your assistance, but I suppose it's appreciated." And the woman sort of elbows him and says, "You did fairly well for an initiate. I didn't think you were going to come here and deal with it on your own.
I didn't.
Though
do it on
we
my own.
probably should be a little bit incensed that you decided to disobey someone higher up in the order. But she winks and says, but we'll let it slide this time.
I didn't do it alone.
She nods and says, I suppose you brought those vagabonds with you.
Yes. Though I
Sure
believe
as-
I am more accustomed to that title than they.
She sort of smirks and says, well, I suppose we'll let the church know about what you've done for us. I can't promise they're going to be extremely forthcoming with a reward, but at the very least, they should have a favorable opinion of your lot.
Yep.
She shrugs and she reaches into her purse, and a purse that's fairly well hidden away from the robes, and pulls out 4 silver and presses them into your hand and says, but no good deed should go completely unrewarded.
Yes. Don't worry. I'll make sure the rest are compensated.
She nods and says, we'll tend to the bodies here in these things. I'm
Yes.
sure we can find something good to burn them with.
Please do.
She
And I
nods, and you are sent back to the inn
Yeah.
with money in hand, which you
Yep.
do not have to give to the party, but you may, and they're listening, so I would probably do
Yes.
that.
I'm going to walk into the inn and, using my own money, give them each 50 silver.
How much?
50 silver each.
50 silver
No,
each.
wait, no. Whatever, half of whatever a crown is.
I was about to
10.
say. It's like,
10.
Jesus Christ, Val.
Yeah. So, basically, between the 4 of them, I use 2 of my crowns.
Okay, a half of a gold crown is 10 silver.
Okay, 10.
Okay, so you're going to give them each 11 then?
Yeah.
Okay. Each of you receive 11 silver from the Morite priest. But because he does, I'm assuming he's not going to mention it, you are not aware of the fact that he's actually giving it to you from his own pocket.
Yeah.
Foul, you lose 19. Well, actually, you lose 19 silver unless you decide to give that last silver away to something or someone.
Keep
Well-
your damn silver, priest. I don't want it.
Okay, so the elf refuses your gift.
Okay.
I'll take it.
I split the silver for the elf between the between Merton and the dwarf.
Oh, interesting. Okay, dwarf, you gain 16, and mercenary, you gain 16. Actually, if I was to use his last silver he had, actually no, we'll just have it 16 each.
Okay.
Foul, you gain 2. Deal with it.
Okay.
Over the evening. Nope, that fails. Your wounds were tended to, Vivandrel, but you're not feeling extremely better. That being said, because you had a full night's of rest, you do recover a single wound. You're healing, albeit slowly. And because the day has passed, Foul, you may attempt to heal her again if you'd like.
I will attempt if she will let me.
Get on with it.
Very nice. Roll a d10.
Ah, no.
Not as nice.
Yeah.
Though you may fortune point, because it is technically a new day.
I will fortune point that.
Very well.
There we go.
There. Elf. He does an excellent job of treating your wounds, cleans them out, bandages them properly, puts something on them that hopefully will help, and you're feeling notably better.
It's about damn time.
The barkeep sort of walks out, and he looks pretty tired this particular morning. And he nods to each of you and says, out late, I heard.
A night well spent.
He shrugs and starts wiping off the counter and says, so I suppose you went and dealt with something then?
Yes.
He seems to wait, and seems like someone that's very interested in gossip.
I just stare him down.
He shrugs and goes back to wiping off the table.
That-
Then he sort of looks at something. He seems rather distant for a moment, then pulls himself back and says, that being said, it seems y'all have about, 3 days now before Rolf collects on your deeds. Hopefully you've been spending your time well.
Sotek, so I have a question for you.
Okay, what?
So this is to prevent metagaming, so you should be happy. So my guy is going to try and appeal to the Sigmarite, the Witch Hunter's Sigmarite faith, right? So I know I can appeal to his duty to defend the Empire and protect, like, its citizens. But can I appeal to the fact that there's a dwarf in our party and that
Yes, that is common enough knowledge. All you basically need to do is ask me just rumors about some gigantic warrior, but the problem is that he's claiming some sort of road tax on people.
Did you find anything? Did you find anything out about the bounty possibly for it?
At this, he nods and says, I've heard that there are some people who'd be willing to put a little bit of gold towards those that deal with this issue for them. Many of the merchant caravans that head out to those parts of the Empire and even to the mountains beyond, to the Dwarven kingdoms, are having a hard time dealing with this brute.
Would you be able to set up contact with these people if we happen to do something about it?
He sort of scratches his chin and says, well, I could get your payment if that's what you're asking for. I don't think they're the sort that you'd want to meet with, though.
Yeah, that's basically what I wanted.
At this, he sort of grins and says, y'all, you lot can trust me to find a good deal for you, I assure you.
Well, Master Bounty Hunter, you can count me in.
Oh, but I thought you were coming anyways. Don't you have to impress Rolf with your acumen, your skill, with your talent of preventing people from dying?
Let's go get the dwarf. I walk over and sit down with the dwarf.
Dwarf, you're being bothered again.
What?
There is someone bothering merchants who might have dwarf ale.
What did you say?
There is someone bothering merchants who have dwarf ale and might be generous to those who happen to help them.
Ah, clever Burke.
You hear Mork mumble under his beard as he mulls over the thought. Gold in it too?
It sounds like it. Though, it sounds like it's taking taxes from the people on the road.
I think he means gold for us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we could... There's gold in it. For the merchants giving us, yeah. We also might have some.
Alright. You sold me. Doesn't take much. Ale and gold. I can't do any better.
Come, now we must convince the elf.
Oh, you go ahead. I stay here.
Well on, Merton.
Not me?
Yes. She seems to like you more than me.
But where were you looking? Merton will make his way towards the elf.
Can I throw a perception check for that last conversation?
I apologize, all listeners, but I have to find a good song for this. Oh, jeez.
Well, it wasn't like I was trying to be quiet about it.
No. In that case, I suppose I heard you.
But, like, I didn't say anything. I just made an observation, so.
Then, I should probably have asked this before, but what was your name? Vivan something?
Barkeep, water and wine.
He magically already had it prepared. It's almost as if he knew.
Why didn't he put it on the damn table?
Sometimes a good waiter waits to be asked for.
Let's get on with it then. I take it that you have something for me, mercenary.
Yes, I know that you do not want me asking why you are here, but there is a big thing collecting tolls and people get money. And two, Wolf will probably stop being such a hard ass and let us do the job that you apparently came for. If we help.
I suppose that at some point we should make a move towards it then.
Yeah, and the money would be good too. You
I'm
could buy
sure.
one of those big fancy elf longbows.
Is that similar to the one that I already have?
It's way better than the one you have.
Ah,
That being said, they are stupid hard to find.
ah. As you will then.
Barkeep, one more ale. These daffy bastards want me to go on a dusty road again.
He sort of chuckles and says, "If you keep drinking so much, Master Dwarf, without clearing out the eastern road, I'm gonna have to start charging you."
Well, that's what we're doing. I just need a drink before I go.
He nods and says, "To your health, then," and puts a ale in the bar.
Come on, dwarf. Surely you can manage that sort of work.
He zooms across the room. Never
Then
seen a dwarf.
Could you spread the word that we are going to go deal with this so that no one else claims to have done it when the road suddenly opens?
If you tell everyone that we're going for it, we'll kill the thing and then they'll try and kill us. Don't tell anyone, just know.
He nods and says, I think the elf here has a point. You might not want the competition. Whatever it is, if you do have to kill it, just bring its head back. Then who can gainsay you?"
I can do that.
Except for one of the horns.
Alright, but that's not counting the head. That is gross. And it ruins the bag.
Yes, the head is very
The
large.
Morite just sort of
Go.
sighs at the casual talk of defacing a body.
I'm sure that the head is indeed very large. Someone has to carry it though, and it may well end up being you.
Y'all should probably find out what it is before you worry too much about the semantics of carrying its
You didn't
head.
look too squeamish when I cut the ears off those groby
The
men.
Morite is leaving the tavern.
At the mention of these groby ears, the barkeep sort of raises an eyebrow and says, "Wait a minute, did you just say something about goblins?"
No.
No?
it is.
You're gonna say no?
Is that Groby is the thing, the goblin? Yes? Then yes.
Yeah, we fought a few out in the forest.
At this, his eyes seem to twinkle for a moment, and he sort of leans forward and he goes, "You know, where there's goblins, there's usually orcs. And I hate orcs."
So do I.
And he sort of gestures with his wooden hand, and he says, "I'll make you a deal. If you can bring me proof of any orcs you kill, I'll pay you good money for it."
Done.
He sticks out his human hand, which is his right hand.
And I will
To-
shake it heartily.
Okay, he shakes and he nods, and he actually gestures to the back room. And as you lean around the bar to look, you realize he literally has a wall that has a bunch of orc ears pinned to it, and the occasional skull.
I like you, Manling.
He nods and says, "Best be on your way then."
Barkeep, do you have any string?
At this, he actually sort of pauses for a moment and says, "I don't think we have something like that here. You might check around the marketplace, though."
One has to purchase string. Wonderful.
Y'all heading out to the eastern gate?
Yes.
Are we stopping by the marketplace to buy string?
Yes, if we could do that, that would be lovely.
Because
Don't
I
you
have
have
10
rope?
feet of rope. 10 yards.
Rope is not the same thing as string.
It is made of string. You just steal it. And there's
Izzy,
no
would
string.
you whisper me exactly what you're looking for? Like, why?
Okay.
It just makes my life easier looking at, like, finding what you need.
Gonna go kill some orcs. Gonna go take some ears.
Only the ears that you kill. Other people might want something from that. Like the reward.
As long as orcs end
Oh, I
up
see.
dead, I will be.
Roll a gossip check. If y'all are ever looking for a very specific item, what you do is you roll a gossip check, and depending on the population of the city, it makes it harder or easier. And if you pass it within those requirements, you're able to successfully locate it.
I fail.
You do not manage to find what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You can try again later.
Yay.
All right, y'all approach the eastern gate
Okay.
and move beyond. So you want to head along the known road?
Okay. Yep.
Very well. It does not take long for you to come across the rather particular problem that you've heard so much about. As you're moving along, you begin to hear this very loud, rolling laughter coming from ahead. And as you come to a crossroads, you see a immense figure sort of lazing about.
I believe.
And he is huge.
Is
I
it an
believe we
ogre?
found our man.
Is it an ogre?
I don't know. Hold on a freaking second.
Sotek hasn't written this part of the story yet.
No, he's just loading the map.
Well, no, I have to make sure the tokens are in the right spot. Okay. And I also have to summon you clowns.
I thought we were the idiots.
You are.
Interchangeable description. Well, let me get you all
I thought we
vaguely
were the
deployed.
does.
The what?
The does.
What?
Duh.
Oh, the does.
Yeah, in Dwarven tongue, yes.
Yeah, duh.
All right. You all come to the road, and he's lounging pretty well against a hill. And that is definitely an ogre.
I called it.
Was that in character?
No.
Okay.
All right, y'all have
I
spotted
found
him. He has not quite spotted you yet. He is too busy counting coins.
But we found our friend, shall we say?
I ready my bow.
Call him a neighbor, because he may not be your friend, Manling.
Very wise words.
Sotek, how do whips work against things bigger than me?
They don't. You can try, though.
To check.
You can try. You can try.
Say it's an ogre, not an AT-AT.
So, here's what I'm going to say to the rest of you. I am not facing that thing head on.
Yeah, agreed.
Elf, you might want to pick away at it from afar if we're to fight this damn thing.
I could try and get behind it on the hill.
What did you think the bow was for?
So,
Shall I try to jump and get on its back from the hill?
As you all are busy whispering to yourselves, he finally notices you.
Ah, shit.
And he slowly stands up to his full height, which is terrifyingly above you lot. He stands easily as twice as tall as the tallest of you.
So he's 12 feet tall. Good to know.
At least. And he starts lumbering over.
What is he wearing, Sotek?
He has quite a bit of armor, and he's rather exotic looking. He's got big tusks sticking out of most of his shoulder plates, and he has a big old gut plate covering most of his very large belly.
I'm assuming my guy will not know what a man-eater is.
You have no idea.
Yeah, figures out.
And the hammer he's carrying is a little bit bigger than it's bigger than y'all are.
Yeah.
And he seems to be in relatively good spirits. It doesn't appear overtly hostile as he's approaching you.
What?
Hello, my friend.
What? Hold on.
Neighbor,
Would,
neighbor.
Hold on. Would common knowledge elves help?
You can try. Depends on what you roll.
What about me, common knowledge dwarves?
Anyone can common knowledge an ogre.
Right.
I'm just gonna walk forward and start talking to him.
Well, checks go first.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I don't have common knowledge listed, so D100.
Yes. It's an advanced skill, so you'll need to put that in at some point.
Sure.
I guess we should all kind of roll common knowledge at this
And it's
point.
against your intelligence. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Well,
Because if you roll a 100, potentially bad things happen.
I got a success.
Interesting. Okay.
Hold on.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try a speak like skill check.
I failed by one. Bugger.
Okay, you'll notice a little something. I'll tell you in a moment. I'll wait till everyone's done rolling.
So would that be useful, Sotek?
Not in this instance. A speak language check is typically if you're trying to understand something that's very difficult. Like, for instance, when he's about to talk, a right spiel speech check might not be a horrible idea,
Right.
because he's not going to be the easiest to understand.
Okay, so I guess I do common knowledge then.
Okay.
No.
And
Dwarf succeeds.
Ben, remember to change your as, please.
Gah.
All right.
I'm going
So,
to
Elf-
walk forward disarmingly.
Well, let me fill everyone in on what the rules gave them. Elf, you don't know a lot about ogres, but you do know that they're tough sons of bastards. They're very, very interested in wealth, and they really don't care how they get it. Dwarf, let's see, you had a full degree of success, and you rolled pretty good, and you're a dwarf. You know what an ogre man-eater is. You know what this guy's occupation is.
Explain it to me a bit more.
Only you know this, so if anyone else tries to take advantage of this, I will slap them with a proverbial stick. He is essentially a very glorified mercenary for hire. He very much enjoys traveling, and you have seen them, you've actually witnessed them joining the armies of the dwarves and fighting against the armies of the dwarves as mercenaries. That's what they are, true and true. All they care about is money and a good supply of food. If he has decided to stick out on this road, he's either looking for a job or he's just sort of wandering to his next place.
Okay.
And you know enough about him to know that he's exceedingly dangerous.
Oh yeah. I got that from big ass ogre with a big ass hammer wearing tons of armor.
I think we all understand that he's exceedingly dangerous, but
We presume that he speaks Reichspiel.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
Well, you're about to find out, I suppose.
yeah. I'm going to
So-
walk forward disarmingly, like not with my weapons out or anything, just
Oh, pull your hood
conversationally.
back. Pull your hood back, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, well, my hood is back,
Okay.
so I'm going.
Actually, all of you take a fear check.
What is that?
What is this roll?
That's a willpower check.
Ahaha, I got stout-hearted.
Yep, the dwarf does get plus 10%.
I fail by 2.
Okay.
Minus
not 2
34, I
degrees,
may
just
have
2.
some modifiers.
You're not going to have a modifier. I'll just roll it straight. Oh, Lord, did anybody pass?
Oh dear.
Can I
The dwarf.
fortune point this, or
Yes, you may.
Should
Well, if you don't, you'll all have failed a fear check, which means you're paralyzed in fear.
Yeah, I
going
will
to
go
fortune
ahead.
point this as well.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
Son
Nope.
of a bitch.
Crap.
Nope. Anyone want to use another fortune point?
No.
Yes.
I'm saving it for when he tries to hit me.
Nope.
Yes, I'm using another one. Christ.
Okay, Elf, fire away.
Fuck.
No.
Let me
And you're out
try.
of fortune points for the day.
Yeah, I actually have 1 fortune point left, but how long does the paralyzed in fear last?
10 seconds. And then you'll get to roll again. But he's going to start engaging you in conversation.
Okay.
And you cannot respond until you pass the check.
Okay.
No one else rolling? Okay.
Trying to think of whether I want to.
So he approaches languidly and sort of slaps one hand against his belly button and says, "What are you lot doing here?"
Do I take another check now?
Yeah, you can take a check.
Okay.
And he seems to pensively gaze down
Yep.
at you.
Everyone roll.
I got it.
Yay.
Oh, come on.
All right,
Like I'm
Dwarf,
stalling
you have shaken off your fear at the imposing sight of this thing and may respond.
Coming to take a stroll. What are you doing here?
He looks down and goes, "Oh, it's a little dwarf. Dwarfs taste pretty good last I checked." And he seems to laugh to himself as if that was some hysterical joke.
Take another check.
Not yet.
Okay.
Is there something funny I missed?
He sort of shrugs for a moment and says, "I fight with many dwarves. Not bad. Tastes better." And then he sort of scratches his chin for a moment and said, "You want pass road?" Now you may all check again.
I pass.
Okay. Nope.
Do I need to?
Oh,
No,
come
you're
on.
fine. Man, the elf is shaking in her boots. All right, Mikhail, you have regained your composure.
So, do I take a speak Reichspiel check now?
If you have trouble understanding him.
Not
I was
really.
gonna say, I don't think he said anything silly so far.
He's fairly well spoken for
I
an
was
ogre.
gonna say, not particularly. We're just coming out to see the giant warrior that was staying on the road.
He laughs and slaps his belly and says, "Ah, that probably me. I make good living being road guard."
I heard you do.
I mean, road taxer.
He sort of shrugs and says, "Same thing."
Why don't you go into the city? I hear they're looking for good fighters.
He frowns and says, "Little men scared of big man. Ogres not often welcome in manling cities."
What if I were to walk with you through the gates? Would that help?
He seems to raise an eyebrow and says, "Don't know, would it?"
Probably.
Those of you who have failed a fear check may roll again. Nope.
Better,
no.
but no.
Are you looking for work, my friend?
He sort of shrugs and says, "Being road guard not bad. Make good money. Plenty food from caravans. Methinks stay."
Going to and just look at the dwarf as if say something.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking.
Oh god, if only I wasn't afraid. I've already figured out how to get this fucker to do exactly what we want him to.
Ain't that a shame?
I'm trying
Ain't that
to.
a shame.
I'm trying to get him. I want him to like get a job to help us clear the South Road. What if we told you that there's a chance you might get a better paying job?
He raises an eyebrow and says, "Grog listening."
There's something stopping all caravans from the South Road.
And he sort of scratches his chin for a moment and says, "Maybe another ogre."
But I also heard that they would be willing to pay lots of money and food for whoever made it so they came in.
At this point, he seems to almost glare down at you and says, "You promise lots food and money."
Not
City
me.
promises.
The city promises.
You two may roll another fear check.
Oh, come on.
Elf? Okay,
Elf keeps
Meriton
eating, so-
recovers. Elf, you... Oh, man. Roll a d10.
Oh dear.
6.
You are literally petrified with fear for a full minute. You may not do anything, you may not roll any checks, and if the party decides to move or do anything, you will stay.
Yay.
He takes a lumbering step towards you all and says, "You not represent city. I seen city representatives. Eat one. Not bad. Little stringy."
They have changed their views since you last saw them, I think. They're not too keen on getting eaten again, so they send other people out.
He raises his eyebrow and says, "Shiny lady sends you."
Hell, even so, if you think about it, if you only tax some of the gold from the caravans that come by, yeah?
He nods.
Well, someone has been taking all of the caravan. And that usually causes problems with the city, yeah, sending out the knights and the people on the horses. Well, if you went and rescued all of the stuff, you could probably take a fair chunk of it as, salvage. And then when you return it, they won't attack you because you're giving it back. Well, it's the stuff you don't want. Like the bread and the wheat and all the stuff you don't want.
Take a fellowship check.
User joined your channel.
Success.
Give me a sec. How many degrees did you pass by?
0. Just shy of 1.
Roll again. Actually, wait. Don't.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. He scratches his chin and say, "Little man make half decent offer, but I want pay in advance. Grog not work for free. Grog good warrior."
No one works for free. It's a good trait to have.
He laughs and said, "Dwarves always have good business sense. Too stingy, though."
And that's why the manlings will pay you.
I start reaching into my coin purse. How much?
He raises his eyebrow and says, "How much have?"
Not much. Am priest.
At this, he once again scratches his cheek and says, "Priest of which?"
Dead things.
He seems to pause for a moment and says, "Grog see dead thing god for. Ogres not have such god. Sounds weak."
He makes the dead stay that way.
At this, he shrugs and says, "Grog not mind when dead walk. Plenty of food."
Yes, well, we can't all be as hardy with their food as you.
At this, he laughs and says, "'Cause you weak. Why Grog work for weaklings?"
Weaklings pay well.
Well, weaklings have small bites of wolf. Merton will take out 10 pounds of wolf meat.
He sort of pauses for a moment and seems to gesture with his hand, a give more gesture, but he seems interested.
Hands it. I take out my 5 pounds and add it to the pile.
Okay, he is stroking his chin,
2 pounds of cheese.
still stroking his chin.
Do you have anything?
I take out crown and 2 shillings and throw it in the pile. I don't have food.
Okay, he watches as crown and 2 shillings hit the ground. And he seems to lumber forward for a second and shrug and say, "This not enough."
If we come back later with more, will you still take it?
At this, he seems to pause and he says, "Grog tell you what. Grog consider this tax for talking to Grog, not eat you." And he lumbers over and takes all the meat.
Does he take my crown and
Yes, he takes the money as well.
Then I pick up my cheese.
No, he takes the cheese.
Okay.
He takes everything you just offered. And Grog seems to nod to you and says, "Good do business." And starts lumbering back to his little hill spot.
Is the elf still petrified?
No, the elf's okay now. Well, the elf can test again, but since he's walking off, she's okay. She is recovered, but she looks extremely pale.
Snap out of it,
Which
Elgie.
is difficult for an elf.
Yes, but you managed. Thanks to rolling a nat 100.
Ugh. No, I rolled 4 dice above 90. That's just inhumanly bad luck.
So, what's the plan?
The plan is to get out of here.
I say when it's asleep, we all gang up on it and bash its head in.
Hey. Merton will make sure we walk farther away from the giant.
He's already made a pretty good distance between you guys.
Just making sure he can't hear.
I'll
Fair
feed
enough.
you to him if I have to, dwarf.
I think he'll taste. I think elves will probably taste better than dwarf.
Dwarves are easier to catch. You'll be the one eating, not me.
Can we stop talking about who's eaten and find a solution?
I
can't
offered
find
a
one here.
solution.
We can't find a solution here.
Where will we all go?
Perhaps Holst has some ideas.
I'm surprised you don't want to take this plan. It goes to the Countess herself.
You want to return to the inn?
Sure.
Alrighty then.
Anyone else gonna chime in? No? Okay.
Okay, you return to the inn, and as you enter, you see Holst is not alone necessarily. There is someone else with him. Hold on a moment.
Oh, Aztec's back.
Standing by the bar, sipping at a drink on a stool over here, talking to Holst, is none other than Captain Rolf.
Hello, Captain.
He nods vaguely in your direction.
So, Holst, anything you can tell us about ogre mercenaries?
Holst almost seems to drop the glass he's working on and says, Ogre!
That's what's lining the watching the East Road.
At this point, he just starts chuckling and starts wiping out the glass again and says, I told you, Rolf, they'd find something interesting. And Rolf seems to get a foul look on his face, as if he's been caught, and then sheepishly looks your direction and says, tell me about this ogre.
Dwarf, you seem to know his kind.
So I explain everything about the ogre.
Ah, cop out, I see.
That's good about you. Sure you don't want to rephrase?
Yeah. Go the extra mile. Come on. If you won't, I will.
You don't have to, you just won't get bonuses.
Okay, so I will start talking then, since apparently the dwarf is not in a talkative mood, because it's Rolf. It's like, he was quite tall, at least twice my height, wore full armor, and carried a hammer as large as me.
When he's
Bigger than
looking
you,
for
manling.
work.
He seems to frown and scratches his chin and says, full armor, you say?
He's a man-eater, manling.
He sort of glares at the dwarf for talking, but then recovers his composure rather quickly this time, and scratches his chin thoughtfully and says, a man-eater? All the way here in Nuln, and by himself? Interesting.
Yes. He calls himself Road Warden.
Grog or something like that.
At this, he sort of gets an amused look in his eye. He says, wait, did you say the ogre's name was Grog?
That's what he said.
At this point, him and Holst literally burst out laughing.
I assume you know this one.
What is it?
Rolf recovers his composure for a minute and says, we've dealt with Grog before. Actually, not a bad fellow to have in a scrap. He helped us with some, shall we say, nasty inhabitants of the Reichwald not too long ago. I'm surprised he's still in the area.
We were wondering if we might convince him to help us deal with the issue with the South Road.
Rolf seems to pause for a moment and says, I doubt you'll be able to get him to do something like that. He's pretty hard to convince to take on a job. And he sort of pauses for a moment and he says, that being said, how would I come with you? I think I have something he might be interested in.
Very well. I'll take you to him. Turn and exit the tavern.
He gets up and he follows you guys out. You
Would it
return
be
to
a
the
good idea
crossroads?
to get some meat for him before we go? Is he easier to convince full?
Full? They don't get full.
They don't?
They don't get full, manling.
Barkeep,
Wow.
do you have a nail?
He procures a nail.
Thank you.
He gives you a really weird look, but he gives it to you regardless.
Okay, so we head down to the East Road again.
Alright.
With Rolf in tow.
1 second while I spawn him.
Cue move magic. He's over there.
Okay, Rolf walks in front of you, and it does not take long for the ogre to see you coming, and he starts lumbering his way over again. And he looks highly amused. As he steps up, he looks down at the five of you and says, Grog surprised you returned so soon. Have offer.
We brought a representative this time.
Rolf glares up at him and says, Grog, you giant bastard, where the hell have you been? At this, Grog squints down at the man in front and say, "Oh, a Black Wolf. Grog not seen Black Wolf in, what, been, 2 years?" And at this, Rolf actually immediately draws his sword and says, "I'll make you a deal, Ogre. If I win, First Blood, you come work for the Black Wolves. You win, First Blood, you get to eat me."
This... Oh, this is quite drastic. And I step aside, clearing the way for them.
They've been challenged.
Grog seems to pause for a moment, and then grins amusedly, and steps forward brandishing his hammer, which is about twice the size of Rolf.
Good luck.
Suddenly, the two... Suddenly, the two burst into motion. Rolf's sword is flying at unbelievable speeds, and seems to be leaving behind a weird white trail. But every single time it clashes with Grog's hammer, there's this weird red sparks, and Grog's hammer almost seems to be semi-sentient, as if it's moving in the way of Rolf's sword with every blow. That being said, now I do some rolls to see what happens. So, as the two are exchanging blows, Grog manages to reach out and seems to backhand Rolf. But as his massive fist makes connection with the captain just rolls into it, rolls across the ground, and brings his sword sideways in a swipe that cuts right across an exposed portion of the ogre's belly. And in a moment, it's over. The sword slices across the ogre, a little bit of blood trickles out, and the ogre stops and looks down at it for a moment before slamming his hammer on the ground and roaring with laughter. And Rolf looks like he hasn't even broken a fucking sweat. Rolf sheathes his sword and says, "Alright, Ogre, we had a deal. You'll be paid, you'll get your food, come work for the Black Wolves again." Grog sort of nods and puts a hand on the part of his belly where it's bleeding, continues laughing and shakes his head and looks at the four of you and says, "Grog glad little ones came. Grog get job again."
Told you we'd give you a job.
He sort of chuckles in a really semi-creepy way and says, "Grog suppose he not eat you for today after all. Shame, was looking semi-forward."
Very considerate of Grog.
Rolf nods and starts heading back towards the city, and he glances at the four of you and says, "I'll send something your way for bringing Grog to my attention."
Back to the
And
inn,
he continues into the city and take Grog with him, and they both pretty much vanish.
So back to the inn.
Okay.
Can I roll for my string now?
Oh yeah, you can do that real quick.
Thanks. What sort of a check is it?
Gossip.
Okay. No.
No. Okay. That being said, feel free to ask one of your party members for help, because some of them have a much better gossip check than you do. But you all arrived back in the inn, no worse for wear, and didn't have to fight an ogre that would have probably brutally murdered your faces.
I was going to ask. What would have happened if we had fought that thing?
I guarantee probably two of you would have died.
Lovely.
Probably. His stat line's kind of ridiculous. But, tutorial mode accomplished. Not every fight has to be solved with violence.
Yeah.
Yippee.
Barkeep,
So-
I need some ale after dealing with that lumbering brute.
Barkeep, water and wine. Now.
Barkeep quickly passes out your drinks.
Water, please.
He nods appreciatively.
Crap. I forgot to pick up my bola.
You lost that thing 3-8.
Yeah.
Let me check something real quick.
So you lost that thing 3 battles ago.
Wait. When did you last throw the bola?
It was back in the forest, wasn't it?
Back in the forest with the witch hunter.
Oh.
You recovered it.
No,
Yeah,
you
you did.
picked it up. You picked it
Okay.
up.
Oh
I
wait, no,
remember.
he never did. Roll a d10. Yeah, you recovered it.
Okay.
And is at this moment you realize you just thought you had lost it and actually just misplaced it in your backpack.
Oh, it was in the backpack. I put it in there with cheese.
Oh, I forgot to play the music.
Be glad that the damned ogre didn't take it.
So, Sotek,
Hmm.
if I had a net, would I have to make the roll every single time to make sure I could get it back?
Not necessarily. If you hit someone with it and like kill them, there are various situations where you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
I will not make you roll for it most of the time. That being said, I would rather y'all assume that you do have to roll for it and me tell you you don't, than assume that you don't have to roll for it when you did.
Right. So at this point, I will turn to the bartender and say, "So, what's this about the South Road?"
At this, he shrugs and says, "Honestly, I've told you all that I know on the subject." And it's at this particular moment that suddenly one of the bar doors crashes open and a rather interesting figure walks in.
Turn to face.
All of you hear rather profuse swearing, and the barkeep seems to chuckle as a dwarf clad in insanely immaculate armor from head to toe stomps his way in.
I peer up.
I remain facing the bar.
He sort of looks around for a moment before focusing his eyes on Holst and says, "Oi, manling! Where's this lot you told me about?" And Holst sort of gestures at the three of you and
Master
vaguely,
Dwarf, get over here.
vaguely in the direction of the other dwarf. And this dwarf starts approaching you, and he is very intimidating in his full armor.
So fear checks.
No, not that
Okay.
intimidating.
I was about to say, do we need another repeat of that?
He approaches and he looks at the four of you, and his eyes linger on the door for a minute before he sort of snorts and says, "Well, I suppose this lot'll have to do. Might as well be sending shaved beardlings into what I need you lot."
What are we doing?
He glares
quiet,
and says,
you
"Are you
will
daft, manling? Have you not been paying attention at all?"
Apparently not.
He seems to he pinches the bridge of his nose in seeming frustration over what you can't even possibly imagine.
That's right, Manning. Listen up.
But before he continues further, he snaps his attention towards the dwarf in your party and says something that do any of you speak Khazalid?
Nope.
Okay, just want to make sure.
It's me.
I'm not a Sigmarite, so no.
Good, good, good. Let's see. Y'all hold on a second because I have to type it. That being said, while he's talking in a tongue that sounds like rocks grating against one another, he does vaguely wave his hand in the three of y'all's direction. And it doesn't sound like he's being very appreciative.
So how do I message you back, Sotek?
You type /W space GM. And then type whatever.
Side note, are we still on the same day?
Yes, this is the same day that y'all dealt with the ogre.
Okay.
Time of the day, is it?
It's getting pretty late. It'll be dusk very shortly.
Okay. We have 2 more days after this one.
That is correct.
Got it.
Do-do-do. He seems to, his look seems to get more stern as Morik responds to him in this strange tongue, and then he sort of seems to nod to himself and turns back to the rest of you. Though when he lays his eyes on Vivandril, he hisses by intaking a sharp breath through his clenched teeth, but sort of pauses and deliberately ignores her. I need your help, I suppose, to deal with a small issue. I've heard that you've been dealing with some of the problems we've had on the outskirts of the city.
Do you have any more information on it than we do?
He glances in your direction and says, "Of course I have more information. What do you take me for? Some Zaki?"
No. Just asking.
He frowns before turning his attention back to the rest of you and says, "Something's attacking caravans out of the south gate. Whatever it is, it's quick. We've tried to track it down, but it's avoiding us pretty handedly. Seems to know how to get away from dwarves. Us Dawi are fairly good trackers, but we don't have any competent rangers in the area, unfortunately. Just a bunch of beardlings who wouldn't know the end of their crossbow from the front."
Well, why don't you lead on, Master?
He frowns and turns to you and says, turns to you and says, "Do I look like some sort of runner to you?"
Very well, where shall we lead you, Master Dwarf?
He once again sighs and pinches his nose and says, "I don't have time to deal with this, Oofty. I'm sending you lot to do it for me.
Yes, so where do we go?
South, obviously."
A good start. I start walking towards the door.
He snorts and says, "Whatever you find, kill it, cut off its head, bring it back to me.
The usual. Understood.
I'll wait in this squalid excuse for an inn."
And
Barkeep, water and wine.
At this, the dwarf scowls at you and says, "Of course an Elgay would ask for some piss drink."
Shut up, dwarf.
He scowls and reaches for his axe and says, "You want to start something, Pointy?"
Martin leaves.
Are you alleging that you're worth my time?
His face seems to turn slightly red, and Holst looks very concerned.
We're just going. Don't hurt yourself.
He actually goes far enough to pull out his axe and seems to grip it very tightly for a moment before Holst gives him a very, very frank stare. And some unknown communication passes between the two of them, and the dwarf very, very slowly returns his axe to its holster and goes and sits down at the bar, grumbling.
as a side note, how tough is this dwarf?
He looks like he's pretty fucking terrifying.
Yeah. So I'm assuming he could probably kill all of us.
Probably.
Yeah.
Kill the three of you, I wouldn't fight him.
I wouldn't either, but still. Okay, going to the south gate.
Alright. Y'all head out south, and as you approach the southern gate, you quickly see that this gate has an immense amount of defense on it. Like, there are guards posted all over the place. There are cannons aimed outwards. There are Hellblaster volley guns. They seem pretty damn concerned about whatever's going on out there.
It's almost as if they're ready for war.
Would you prefer that they were not?
Then again, The land of Sigmar is always at war.
Spare me.
So, do we just keep walking?
Yep. You head out into the plains and begin making your way along the southern road.
Just a second. How far south do we think this will take us? Do we need to get food?
Shouldn't be too far south, but you don't know.
Can we stop on the way for food just in case? I don't want to be stranded out there starving.
A wise precaution.
Okay, you all pick up reasonably cheap rations.
Okay. How much does this cost us?
Let's say, for how much? How many days worth?
Let's call it 2.
Okay, I will give each of you 2 days ration for, let's say, 10 brass.
Okay.
How many brass are in a shilling?
12.
12.
12 shillings and a crown?
No, 20 shillings and a crown.
Oh, okay.
I know, it's very weird exchange rate.
Wait,
Subdivisions.
so how many... Okay, wait. So how many pennies are in a shilling again?
There are 12 brass pennies
Okay.
in a single silver, and there are
Okay.
20 silver in a single gold.
Okay, and this is costing us how much?
10 brass.
Okay. I have to do all the conversions. Okay, moving on.
Okay, y'all move along the southern road, and after about half a day's travel, it's getting very late in the evening. Like, it's dark. But it is a full moon out, and you're able to see pretty damn well, because you're out in the plains.
Fate points restored, or fortune?
Yes.
Okay.
Which moon is full?
Say what?
Which
Man's
moon is
Leap.
full? There's 2 of them, right? Good one and the bad one?
Man's Leap is the one that goes through cycles, mostly.
Manslib is the regular moon, like we have in our world. Morslib is the chaos moon, which is green and creepy.
Yeah.
Okay, set yourselves up reasonably deployment-wise.
Remind me what the elves call Mansleep and Mosley.
Lord. That is something I do not remember off the top of my head.
I fear I'm going to have to open up the High Elves book to find the answer.
That being said, you can just refer to them as the true moon and the false moon, and that would probably make more sense to those around you.
It would.
I believe that's also some...
Though the humans would probably have no idea what you're talking about. The dwarf might.
I think it's easy to kind of figure out, though.
Humans are not
Not
aware of the fact that
necessarily.
Morslib's a false moon, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, they know it's creepy, but they don't realize what it actually is.
Yes.
Okay. So, do we just start moving forward?
Yeah,
Can I do perception?
sure.
I'll do perception as well.
Yep.
I will try to hear things, because my vision isn't the best at night.
An 18.
Okay, a degree of success.
No. Not a single degree of failure, though.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, so the dwarf had 1 degree of success. I have to make some rolls. Actually, let's do 1 significant roll.
already longbow.
Very well.
Already my shield and a bola.
Foul. Never mind. Let me do something real quick.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. And then you. No. Let's see. And dwarf, Okay, that's what you rolled. So let me roll this real quick.
Careful, something may be watching us.
Dwarf, you don't hear anything.
I don't see any tracks on the road or anything like that.
Nothing that catches your attention.
Okay.
Can I smell anything unusual?
No. Well, you have to roll perception. Well, you already rolled your perception. No.
That was for hearing things.
Oh, for God's sake, go ahead.
Oh God. Let's try not to be a stickler, shall we?
Nope. Keep
I
moving
was
along
talking
the
to
road.
us, not to Sotek.
Everybody
Okay.
move roughly another 12 feet forwards.
I take out my axe and my
Here
shield
we go.
just to ready myself.
So be in roughly that ballpark.
I'll throw concealment.
I'll take out my hammer and dagger and roll perception.
Okay, everyone may roll perception again.
Oh, I rolled a 3.
Ooh, nice.
I roll a 4 for
I-
concealment.
Okay, the elf fucking vanishes.
I got a 3 success with 3 degrees.
Elf, you're hiding in that bush.
Sure.
Okay, so you got 3 degrees of success. Wow, let's see if that's enough. Okay, that's enough. But only you see it, so.
Everyone, quiet.
As the lot of you stop moving, likely because you were warned, suddenly chaos erupts. Foul,
Yes?
never mind.
Okay.
Y'all are about to be surprise attacked.
Oh. Even though I passed the perception?
You did, which is why you're going to have a chance to not be completely shat on by this.
Oh, okay. So what do I roll?
And I am
Nothing.
remarkably
And the elf
well hidden.
did successfully conceal herself, though. Let me check real quick for these two. So you had, what, 3 degrees of success? 1, 2, 3. Yes, you did. And he had... Let me see real quick. Giant wolf, giant wolf, giant wolf. Okay, intelligence. Ooh, he barely doesn't notice you. Barely. What about the other one? He notices you.
I
Okay.
suppose that's a make-up for failing that many fear checks against the ogre.
Yep. So, the first one comes loping out from the side and attacks the dwarf, a massive wolf. And he charges at the dwarf and goes lunging at his throat. And he barely misses. Then, as the dwarf is distracted trying to deal with the one before him, another one comes loping out of freaking from behind and also attacks the dwarf. He hits. You may attempt a parry check because you have a shield.
Nope.
Nope. He
Fortune
does... Oh, dear.
Show you the fortune point, the parry save.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
There we go.
Oh, nice. He crit you, too.
say,
Okay, good job. I'll let you have that one. Okay. Then the one that noticed Izzy comes loping out from behind you guys where he was stalking you.
That's the one I sensed behind me?
No, I'm about to show you the one you sensed.
Oh shit.
Good luck.
Let's just say he's a little extra special. He comes flying into the bush, jaws are snapping, and misses. Actually, does he? Oh, never mind. He hits.
Wow.
Ouch. He does 11 damage to your chest.
Oh. -1 for armor, -1 for toughness. So that puts me on what, 7?
It's going to be -3 for toughness.
Yep, sorry. I said -1, I was thinking -3, so yeah. 7?
Yes. Okay, this one comes running out from behind. It does not know the elf is there, and attacks Foul from the side.
Ah, shit.
He misses.
Yay. And now for the thing I noticed.
Not yet, actually. This one comes running out from above you guys and comes descending down on Meriton. He misses.
Yay.
Then the big one. Running towards Foul because it knows he saw it. Though Foul, you will get a bonus chance to deflect his blow.
Yay.
Comes a horrifying abomination of a creature. It looks like vaguely like a wolf, but a bunch of its muscles are showing, and it's really freaky looking. It has bulging, horrific eyes, really patchy black fur, and its jaws are just slobbering with some yellow foamish stuff. It looks really freaky, and there are even exposed bones in some areas.
Can I make like a theology thing to see if this is a dire wolf?
Yes, you may do that.
Okay. So I can acknowledge theology. No.
By the way, he definitely fucking hit you.
Okay. So, parry?
Yeah. Nice. If that had been any worse, I actually wouldn't have let you have it because he rolled a nat 1. Okay, so you managed to turn aside his slavering jaws with your shield. Y'all have been very, very ambushed. I suggest you defend yourselves.
Yeah.
Roll initiative.
Initiative. By the way, can I just suggest, and our characters don't know this, there's no way that's a dire wolf.
Yeah.
Be sure that you select your token before you roll initiative.
It's more like a bloody chaos.
Can I just keep that roll? Yeah.
No.
I've got to fall it out for fuck's sake. But I did click on my fucking
Never mind, I got
Much
better.
slower.
But I did click on my fucking picture.
God damn it.
Well, try again, Izzy.
Again, I've clicked on it twice now and it's saying I'm not doing it.
I'll take care of it.
Have you still, like, you have to stay clicked?
Yes.
I took care of it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Alright,
Thank
and
you.
then the wolves. Okay, they're pretty fast. So let's do this one, because I think he will die last. So we'll have him represent the group. And Big Daddy. Ooh, yeah, he's fast. He's very fast.
I do not like this.
He's much faster than all of you.
Yeah.
This
All right.
is not a wolf, this is a chaos warhound.
Big Wolf lashes out at Foul. He hits. You may attempt to parry.
No.
Okay.
Fortune point?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, you managed to turn him aside again, and you are getting very nervous.
Yeah.
All right. Oops, I got rid of the ad turns, didn't I? Oop.
I'm next.
Okay, Vivandrel, you're next.
Ready, greatsword. Greatsword, great weapon.
Okay, that will cost you a full action.
No, it's just a half action, surely.
To put away your bow and to pull out the great axe is a full action. You can drop the bow.
That's what I was presuming I was doing.
Well, some people don't specify. There's a very small chance you'll damage your weapon when you do that.
Sure. Should we roll
Okay,
for that?
so throw down the bow, whip out the axe, and swing.
Regular attack.
Okay.
No, I'll reroll that.
Okay.
I'll
Sad
reroll
face.
it again.
Oh, desperate. All right.
Yeah, I need this guy dead.
You know, it might be better to just take the parry stance and cut your losses.
Do I have enough points left to do that?
No, but I'll let you go back in time.
Well,
Because this is a tutorial session.
can't you use the fortune point to get an extra half action to go into
That
parry
is
stance?
true. That is true. You may use fortune points to grant yourself extra half actions. So I'll let you go vaguely back in time and use your first fortune point to grant yourself the half action you need to parry stance.
How tough are these things?
They're as tough as the wolves you fought earlier. Normally I wouldn't tell you that, but I'll tell you that now.
Merton
Except
punched
for
me
the
to death.
giant one attacking me, I presume.
Yeah, they are not anything completely unique, but because they're being led by something crazy scary, they're probably more fierce than normal.
I would just take the half action and parry.
Yeah, do it, Izzy.
Or go for gold. Your choice.
Seems to me I'm trusting an awful lot to parrying.
Well,
At
you're
least
also
as
trusting
much.
awful lot to another.
Yes.
Hey, it's his decision.
So indeed, why should I go for parrying over that?
Your choice.
Yeah, okay, we'll do parrying.
Okay,
I'm.
and I will let you keep your last fortune point, so don't spend that.
Thank you.
Mikhail, you're up.
I'm.
You're at a
gonna-
minus 10% chance to hit.
Yeah, I'm going to aim and swing at the little one so I can get it off me.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh, so close.
Yes, you really were.
Moving on. Meriton, you
Aim
only
and
got
attack-
one wolf on you.
Aim and attack the wolf attacking me.
Okay. So plus 10%. Alright, you hit. Roll damage.
I'll be back in a moment.
Okay,
7.
and you can fortune point damage rolls, by the way. Or you can keep it.
I
Yes.
guess this is a good time to fortune that it might die.
Okay,
Ah,
well, a little better. So that's 8 damage.
yes.
Okay, you managed to stab your sword pretty good into its side, but it kind of skirts along its ribs, and it's still in a pretty good frenzy. Wolf's turn. The one against Meriton. Hits him. Parry?
Parry.
Nope.
And
It does. Let's see. Turn that around. That'd be your... It does 11 damage to your left arm,
who to what?
Meriton.
Okay.
Not again.
So
Against the
-1.
dwarf.
Mercenaries at
Hit.
-1.
Hit.
Yep.
Nope.
Okay. Crit. Hit again.
Crit. God damn.
Oh no.
What? Did it?
Okay, he does 25 damage.
I'm dead.
Well, you're just gonna fate point.
Yep.
He rolled a double crit, unfortunately.
Yeah. I figured.
These things have had about 4 of those so far.
So, well, unfortunately, my dice are very hot right now. I would highly recommend you use a fate point, but we do need to roll to see what... Actually, if you just use a fate point, I will turn it into something else.
Yeah, I'll use the fate point.
Okay. The wolf goes in for the killing blow, and it goes for your throat to attempt to tear it out. But at the last moment, you manage to just turn aside that instead of tearing out your throat, it tears out a good portion of your cheek, taking a little bit of beard with it. And you're bleeding pretty profusely, but you're okay and you're not dying. But you are at 0 health.
Our mercenary is at -1, by the way.
Down
Oh, he's at -1?
Yeah.
11.
Yeah, okay.
Left hand.
Roll on the critical chart, sir.
Aha!
That's actually pretty good. Let's see.
Can I just put on? I have the big one on me, and I'm doing fine so far.
Can I
well,
just
the big one's not
point-
rolling like amazing.
Okay, can I just point out that, for reasons unknown, one of them spotted me even though I rolled a 4 on my conceal.
Okay, he got your left arm. Okay, it slams into your arm pretty hard, and you're jarred, but you're all right.
Yay!
All right, the one fighting the elf misses, and the one fighting Foul hits. Foul, your turn has passed. You're allowed to attempt a parry.
Okay. Or should I try and parry the big one?
This is up to you.
Advice, guys. What do you think?
The big one's more dangerous.
That being said, the big one may also miss.
True. So I guess I'll parry this.
Okay,
I parry.
nicely done. You turn it aside. Morik, your turn.
I swing at the one that hit me.
Okay. Nope.
God.
Big Daddy. Misses. Vivandrel.
Can I aim swing, or does parry prevent that?
No, because your parry stance was taken last turn, so you're fine. You can do an aim. If you decide to parry, then you cannot do that.
Right.
But an aimed attack might be better.
Yeah, just thinking that. Aimed attack on the wolf.
Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, Lord. Y'all are not rolling the way you need to be rolling.
Fortune point. Come on.
Okay.
This is getting silly now. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off.
Oh, Lord. Mikhail, you're
Come
up.
on.
Okay. I'm going to aim attack the smaller one. Yep.
Okay, roll damage.
Nope. Actually, I'm gonna fortune point that.
Okay.
That's better.
Not bad.
Much better.
All right, you smash your hammer into it, and it takes considerable damage. It is still alive, but it's looking really rough.
Okay.
Mirtain, you're up.
Aim attack the one attacking me.
Okay. Hit. Roll damage. Nice. You bring your sword around in an arc and lop at the top half of its jaw off, and it goes down squealing before it finally goes still. Morik, you're up. Oh, wait, no, the wolves are next, because I just deleted that one. Wait, the wolves are next, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
the wolves are next. All right, the wolves, one of them is going to disengage from the dwarf and turn its attention to the unengaged foe, but that's a full action, so it can't do anything. The one attacking the
Can't
dwarf,
hit it. Right?
no, because it used the disengage action.
Alright.
He misses the dwarf horribly. The one fighting the elf misses. And the one fighting Foul hits.
Okay.
Foul, you may attempt a parry check.
Yep.
Nicely done. Turn it aside. Morik, your turn.
Me and my trusty dagger.
Aim and attack.
Okay. You hit.
Okay.
Roll damage. Okay.
9 damage.
Alright, you deal a pretty good blow to the beast. It snarls at you with a good chunk missing out of its side, but for the most part seems alive. The big scary one hits.
I can't parry.
Lucky for you, he only does 7 damage.
Okay.
To your right leg.
So, minus my toughness. So
Yeah.
I'm at 6. No, not 6.
4.
Yeah, it's minus 4, so I'm at 9.
Yeah, it's 4 damage.
9 health.
Alright, Vivandrel.
Aimed attack.
Okay. Pray to whatever gods you believe in.
You might as well all-out attack.
Okay, this time I actually hit the fucker. No.
Okay,
Yes,
roll damage.
Yes, I did.
To remember, slash roll 2d10.
I got a 6 as highest.
Yep. Okay, so 6. Okay, you smash your the flat of your axe into its face, which you hear some audible snapping as some teeth fall out, but it is still alive.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Mikhail, you're up.
aimed attack at the small one.
Okay.
Hit.
Okay, roll damage.
5. No, 6.
Ooh, okay. You connect your hammer blow yet again with it, but it is still alive. Wolf's turn.
When I said that I rolled a 6 for damage, that was without the modifier, so that would be a 9, right?
Yes.
Just checking.
Meriton, your turn.
Mikhail, you got this, or should I take Savan?
Yeah, I got this.
Alright,
Get over here.
I will charge the one that was about to charge me.
Okay, go get him. Plus 10%.
When I said get over here, I meant over here.
Well, getting to you would be difficult.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the way with the giant fuck off wolf.
I'm at 0 health.
We can't charge it, but...
Yeah, and so is Merton.
I'm at -1.
Oh,
Technically you're at 0 because you're stabilized.
yeah.
Okay.
There are ways to get destabilized, in which case you just continually take damage and it sucks. Swing away. Alright, roll damage. Nice,
10
good hit.
damage.
Alright, you run forward, leap into the air, and bring your sword slamming down. It manages to somewhat get out of the way, but you clip its hind, one of its rear thighs, and it's limping pretty bad.
See, Elf, I'm using the sword.
Wolf's turn, the one fighting
busy.
you. Hits. Meriton,
Parry.
Parry,
roll a parry
yeah.
check, and for the love of God, don't fail.
That
Plus
succeeds
10%
with,
because you have a shield. Nicely done. Nicely done. Against the dwarf. Misses, thank God. Against the elf. Hit. And he does a whopping 4 damage.
So 1.
So 1.
To what part of the body?
To your head. He manages to get a good claw. He manages to get a good bite that scratches your cheek. And the one fighting Mikhail.
I just didn't take it off.
Oh wait, he has plus 10% on you. He hits you.
Yeah, yeah.
You can attempt to parry.
Yep. No.
Okay.
You want a fate point that? Fortune point that?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
That makes 2 fortune points I've used.
Uh-huh.
Wait.
Nicely done. Morik, you're up.
Alright. Hit.
Ooh, nice.
Here's hoping that I successfully heal people at the end of this.
Roll damage. Ooh. Alright, so Morik, horrendously fed up with this bullshittery, and obviously not understanding why anyone wanders outside ever, brings his axe down in a rage, and as the wolf leans up to bite him, just plants it right between its 2 jaws, and just splits in through its head.
Nice.
And it goes down.
Thank the gods.
I
The
think
big one is growing irritated.
Yeah.
He's going to swift attack.
Oh, lovely. What does this do?
His first attack hits,
Oh boy.
and he does 9 damage to your chest.
-3, so I'm at 3 HP.
Okay, and then his second attack. Misses, barely.
Whew.
Isn't this boss fight fun?
Yeah.
Vivantral, you're up.
dwarf, attack the one on the mercenary.
Your go, though.
Aimed.
What? Save
I
the
know.
healer.
Well, I'd like to point out that the least heavily armored dude is somehow the
I hit him.
tank.
Nicely done. Roll 2d10.
So, how did I end up being the tank again?
You're not. You're just lucky that monster isn't rolling well.
I know.
I've gotten 8 and a 6, so I've gotten 11.
Alright. You bring your axe whirling around and smash it right into the beast's side. It cracks through its ribs, pierces its heart, and the beast goes down. Mikhail, you're up.
Try and kill the little one so it stops smacking me and taking away my parries.
Okay.
I hit.
You hit it. Roll damage.
5.
You've got
All
one
right.
fortune point left in my recollection.
If you want to use it, I suppose.
No, save
Don't
it.
use it.
Yeah, I'll save it. I'm fairly certain this thing's almost dead. I've done 22 damage to it.
As the wolf comes loping towards you, it leaps into the air, and you sort of trip over a stick and accidentally seem to flail your hammer in the proper direction, so that it just connects with the beast's forehead, and there's a bit of a weird popping noise as one of its eyes comes out of its socket, and it falls over dead.
Yeah. I've done a lot of damage to this thing.
Meriton, you're up.
I will charge the big. No, I'm still attacking.
You are a little busy.
Yeah.
a little ahead of myself.
Eight.
8 damage.
8 damage.
You already did some damage to it too.
Yeah.
All right. As you turn your attention towards the much larger wolf, it bounds towards you and leaps for your throat. And just at the last second, you manage to bring your sword arcing upwards and pierce it through the lower jaw all the way up through its head. And you fall over with the heavy body on you, but it's dead.
Ah, I tricked you, stupid beast. That was intentional.
And there are no more wolves. So, Morik, it is your turn now.
I charge the big one.
Okay. Are you far? Yes, you are. Okay, charge away. Funny enough, Dwarf, for you, the charge distance is only 9 feet. Because your movement characteristic is lower.
Yeah.
The elf actually requires 15 feet to charge because her movement is higher. Actually, wait. No, that's not true. Never mind. Ignore that I said that.
I hit.
Okay.
All right, you hit him, but he dodges.
Damn wolf.
It's the beast's turn. He eyes all of you warily. It seems to be considering its option. It seems creepily intelligent. And suddenly it howls and seems very, very fearsome before it turns and sprints away. Both of you make a opportunity attack.
So we're at...
I hit.
Okay, roll damage.
I hit.
Ooh, nice. Both of you roll damage.
I think it's in trouble.
11 and 9, so we did 20 damage to it.
Do not add them together.
Oh, okay.
Because his
does
toughness subtracts from both. Alright, you did 11.
12 does 11.
Yep.
So, okay, 11 first.
Priest does 9.
4. Hold on, just one at a time.
Sure.
4 is 7, which puts him down to 8. And what was the second one?
9.
Going for its damn hamstrings.
Alright, the hammer smacks into one of its legs as it's turning, and it gives out a horrific sound. Calling it a yelp is not appropriate because it's way too low and fierce-sounding. And then an axe slams into its side, ripping away great cords of muscle, but it still manages to pull away from you and is making great leaps and bounds. Izzy, I would recommend you pull out your bow and make the shot of destiny.
Fine. We shall do that. Ready the longbow by picking it up.
You get one shot. That's it.
I get one shot.
Do I get to go after this?
No, he's way faster than you.
Ah, okay.
Like, so astronomically faster, it's not even funny.
We can track the bastard though, I presume.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. My
Make the
ballistic
shot.
skill is a roll D100.
And you have one fortune point left, right?
I hit him.
Alright, you land the hit. Roll damage.
5 and 9 and 8.
Do you want to reroll or keep it?
I can't reroll. I have no fortune points.
Oh, okay. You did how much?
8.
8 minus 4. Okay. Alright.
Well, I might hit it with the
Let's
bola.
see. Okay. It goes running into the distance, and all of you hear a bow being strung behind you. and turn just in time. Well, actually, you can't see the elf, but you hear it, and all of a sudden an arrow fires out from the bush next to y'all, goes soaring through the air. The wolf continues running, this horrendous brute of a beast, and the arrow slams into the back of its head. And it keeps going. And keeps going, and it's getting pretty far away from you guys, and then suddenly it seems to slow down, has this weird, awkward gait, and falls dead.
That thing's head is mine.
Bullshit.
That thing's head is mine.
Bullshit.
That
I'm
thing's
gonna
head
do
is
healing
mine.
checks for literally everyone.
It goes to
Izzy,
the
just so
damn
you can
man
appreciate
who
this, you
fought it
literally
the entire
did the
time.
exact amount of damage needed to kill him.
And I've got a very angry dwarf to annoy back at the tavern.
I'm going to do heal checks for everyone.
Okay.
For, nope, that's not. I don't get healed. The Merton. Ah,
I will allow it.
yay. Thank you.
Use a healing poultice,
Yeah, that is the plan.
because otherwise Merton may very well bleed out.
We
Merton, you're back
I
at 2
will
health.
fortune point that actually.
No.
Should I?
No, don't do it.
Okay, fair enough.
No, you can't.
Okay. See.
Dwarf?
Yep. No.
Nope.
I have 1 fortune point though.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Nicely done. D10?
No.
Well, he's back to 2 health.
Yeah. And the elf.
If she reveals herself.
Oh,
I'll let you keep
right.
the roll.
Yes. I'm on 2. I need.
Alright, the elf comes limping out of the tree.
Just full 2s for everything.
Back to 4.
That'll do.
Alright, you all are in fucking horrible shape, but congratulations, you won your first boss fight.
And I'll pull the fangs out of the wolf I was fighting and manage to kill.
Okay.
I'm
You
going
rip his
to
fangs out?
limp after the giant ass wolf.
You okay?
That thing's head is mine.
No, it goes to the manling, who fought
it
2
goes
of
to
them at
me.
the same time.
Okay, all of you approach the wolf. If there are arguments about to who goes what spoils, though you may split them up, if you cannot come to an agreement, there are ways we settle these.
Personally, I was going to bring my hammer slamming down on its head to make it sure it's actually dead.
It's pretty dead.
Okay.
That arrow,
I killed that.
literally pierced its brain.
I killed that thing as it was running. No one else could do it. It's mine.
I don't care if you killed it while it was running.
Let's
That
put it
sounds
this
rather
way. The
convenient.
dwarf thinks the manling should have it. Manling, do you want its skull?
I'll take it back to the inn and give it to him. So yeah, I
That's
guess.
exactly why I want it.
So I will take the skull.
If you and the elf contest it, quite frankly, both of you roll a fellowship check. Whoever's the more convincing one gets the skull.
We getting any bonuses on this, or?
Not that I'm going to tell you.
I pass.
Okay, Izzy?
Oh, I
Elf
really
gets the
pass.
skull.
Okay.
The elf puts up a horrendously convincing argument. She did shoot it from a long distance away, and the three of you do have to appreciate the miraculous shot. And had that monster escaped, it would have been back later. Elf, you gained the wolf skull. Head. It's not a skull yet. It is
I skinned it?
extremely ugly.
You can have everything else. I want the skull.
Actually, actually, can I examine it to see what the fuck it is?
You most certainly can.
So what do I check?
What kind of knowledge do you want to depend on?
Can I try on common knowledge as well?
Like healing knowledge, I guess.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, just to figure out what's like, because you said it was covered in pustules, right?
Yes, it's very ugly.
Yeah, that's why.
That will not help you identify what it is.
Then just
Surely you could do it some sort of... What's that academic thing you've done in the
I have
graveyard?
history. I have knowledge and theology. Would either of those help?
No.
Word
So
common
common
knowledge?
No. Well, which kind of common knowledge?
I just have common knowledge and fire.
No.
I have common knowledge elves.
Nope.
Can I just make a perception check?
Yep.
No.
It's ugly. Anybody else want to try and identify anything about it?
Rover. Pretty much all I've got.
As
Really.
a side note, I'm going to make a search check for medicinal herbs.
What does Rover do exactly?
Fine. What does what do?
Rover.
Rover.
+10 to concealment and silent moves in rural areas.
There you go.
Oh,
So when
It's
you
a
hit the
talent
trade-
that
so
makes you better at
possibly
sneaking
that
around.
fucking wolf might not have spotted me. In any case,
He rolled like a 2.
I suppose.
And they have a pretty high bonus to perception checks for their sense of smell. He didn't see you, he just knew you were there. He sniffed you out.
How much is the encumbrance on the wolf skull?
25.
A good thing I'm not holding this thing for very long.
Yeah. All right, so I'm guessing
Back
you
to
all drag yourselves back to the city.
Yeah.
I'm about as bad as I was when I came out of the graveyard.
I think I'm the only one at... no, you're at the highest health, though.
I've got 4.
I'm at 3, and the rest of them are at 2.
All right,
Huh.
you return to the end,
Remember, 2 of us got down to 0, and I survived with 3 health.
and it took you roughly a full day to get through this.
Yeah.
You return and you find the dwarf is still waiting, and it looks like he probably has been there since you left, but he doesn't look an inch tired.
We walk up and say, "We have something for you."
He waits.
Gestures to the elf.
The elf begins laughing. Not very loudly, but noticeably all
The
the
elf
same.
made quite the shot at the coward.
Take the skull, dwarf. It's rather all we could carry back. Call it a gift, shall you?
As you place the massive, as you drop the wolf skull on the bar, much to the annoyance of Holst, the dwarf looks at it appreciatively, but as he's about to address the elf, suddenly Morik says something in Khazalid, and the dwarf sort of stares at him for a moment, and then chuckles, and turns to the elf and shrugs and says, "Well, I suppose that's a half-decent accomplishment, at least for a thieving Elgi." And he starts to pull the skull off, and he says, "I suppose I should reward you lot."
Give it to them. It's a gift from me, as I said.
He scoffs at you and says, "I'll take no favor from an elf. I care not what you do with it, but I owe you no debt." He pulls out 12 gold crowns, slams them on the table, and walks out with the skull. And actually, he leaves the skull, actually. He says, "Do what you will. I just wanted to make sure the beast is dead. We can resume trade, finally." And he huffs out the door.
Magnificent.
So I take 3.
Oh, sorry, was it 12 each or 12 for all?
No, it's 12 total, the pile.
Right. Okay.
So will you each take 3?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Y'all are tended to, as the moment you walked in, Holst looked very concerned because he could tell all 4 of you were half dead. The dwarf did not seem even slightly concerned. He seemed to glance at Morik for a moment, but that was about it. Oh, that reminds me.
So at this point, I collapse this near one of the stools and say, "Anything else for us?"
How many wounds do we recover, sorry? Sotek,
Sorry, what?
how many wounds do we recover?
All. Because this is
Yeah.
the end of the session.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So, y'all heal up, and you survived. I am impressed. Congratulations, you made it through the fucking tutorial.
Yeah.
So just a
Despite your
question.
best efforts.
Does the dwarf need to roll the insanity thing for the crit?
Yes, anyone that was critically hit, roll a willpower check. Which was the dwarf and Ben.
Both
Make
pass, it looks like it.
You're both fine.
It was only wolves. I punched those things to death.
All right. Wow, I'm impressed. Nobody died. So, thoughts? Actually, wait. Let me tie up the episode. For everyone watching, because I almost forgot I was recording this, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked it, please hit the like button and let me know down in the comment section that you somehow made it through this atrociously long video. And if you enjoyed it, great. I'll record future sessions. If you guys fucking hate it, hit the dislike button and tell me that you hate it. And I will never do this again on recording. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you'll watch further videos as they come out on the channel. Future sessions will probably not be this long. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you next time. Good night.